Yo, it's 4:26 a.m. right now, and I think I got like 1 hour of sleep before I just randomly woke up. I think this is called insomnia. Like, instead of like regular insomnia where you're just like you can't sleep even though you're in bed, this is like another type of insomnia where you go to bed and you sleep, but you wake up in the middle of the night and now you can't go back to sleep. I don't really think it's the case. I think it's just because I ate junk food, which just messed up my adrenaline and stuff. But yeah, I'm feeling very motivated right now because I watched one of Hamza's videos on how to not remain mediocre, and doing that, in order to do that, you have to drastically increase delayed gratification and drastically reduce instant gratification, which actually leads to the topic of this video: exercise. I remember, like earlier today, actually, yesterday, technically, I went outside for 40 minutes. And what I did is I like ran all the way to the dip bars in my school, and I hopped on. I did some dips. I saw like there were some other guys there as well, and I was like kind of like, oh, what if they're like looking at me while I'm working out? What if they're judging me negatively? And the cut, I still get social anxiety sometimes. I'll overcome that, and I'm like just doing the dips, and it's so hard. After like 5 reps, real reps, I couldn't do it anymore, so I had to do like negatives for like 10 minutes. And then after those 10 minutes of negative reps were over, I ran home to this park where there's this really good tree that I like. And I just like, I went on that tree and I just started dipping out or doing pull-ups, and I got like, what I did for the pull-ups, instead of putting my hands over like this, I made sure my knuckles were on top, and it was like it burned my forearms so much, bro. When I did this, it was pretty easy, but this was so much more tiring and demanding, and I had to like put my thumbs out, and I put the branch to my bar. So I think I did chest to bar literally so effortlessly. I felt like light as a feather. And I did like 8 or 9 reps of like real pull-ups until I got failure. I'm like it wouldn't budge. So I would hop on and then just do negatives for 4 seconds, and I repeated that 5 or 6, or I think up to 9 times, 9 negative reps, and then I probably, yeah, that was basically it. And then I just head home after that, and I ran home. And I remember I'm at the front door of my house, and I'm like thinking, I'm so grateful that I went outside. And I said that with such a smile. I felt so good. And I was saying to myself, I'm, I'm just, I love going outside. I love exercise. And I was in such a big mood. I felt so good from all the exercise and the sunlight that I got. So when I came home, I'm like smiling. I'm saying, I hug my mom, say hello to her. I'm playing with my siblings, and I'm in such a good mood. The reason I'm telling you this story is because exercise is such a powerful way to boost your mood and just get you out of depression. Oh, depression is this random incurable disease that you get, and the only way to get manage the symptoms only is to take pills. I personally don't believe in pills. I also don't believe in therapy for men. If you're a woman and you take therapy, it should work for you. If you're a man and you take therapy, talking about your problems is gonna make your problems worse. There are people who spend like 6 months in therapy no progress. People who start implementing the right delayed gratification habits, that's the key word. The delayed gratification habits for I think 2 weeks, maybe up to 1 month, not even that amount of time, probably shorter than 2 weeks, they already feel way better than them taking therapy. And coming back to the main point, exercise. If you are in a low mood, if you are depressed, exercise will just get you out of that low mood so easily. Like, I had such a good endorphin rush from all the exercise. I went outside, I got some sunlight, which is another separate point. Sunlight is very good for your health. It like increases vitamin D, nitric oxide, testosterone. When you increase your testosterone, cortisol lowers. Cortisol is what causes that like uneasy feeling in your body, the do something feeling that Loretta Breuning talks about in her book. And like when you increase your testosterone from sunlight, you decrease cortisol and you get less of this like subtle uneasy feeling that you feel just throughout the day. You feel it. You probably don't realize it, but you do. You just feel uneasy kind of all the time. And this is so apparent when you turn your phone off, you don't have any music, and you're just like sitting in silence. In fact, like, you know those times when you're just alone in your room and you hear literally nothing. You hear nothing except the clock in my desk right over there. It's like everyone has had those moments. It's so like uneasy to be left with your own thoughts. And a part of that is cortisol. So that's a separate point. Sunlight, which is very good paired with exercise, will improve your mental health so much. And exercise, like obviously it improves your mental health. But like, you neglect it. Or at least lots of people do. The phrase that I like to keep in mind when doing this channel and doing anything in life is happiness is behind everything we do. We wish to escape unhappiness forever. It is such an obvious principle. Everyone understands it. And it's also the most important principle you will learn in your entire life. Because happiness is behind everything you do. You see the goals that I've posted on my wall? Conquer 40 kilogram pull-ups and 70 kilogram dips in the next 3 years. A lot of people, they set the goal of being jacked and being strong, being power lifters, and being rich. And the reason why they set those goals is because they think, oh, once I cross the finish line and I reach the other side of that life, then I will feel happiness. Then I'll be able to relieve the unhappiness and the dissatisfaction I feel right now. Happiness is behind everything we do. We wish to escape unhappiness forever. And so many people are wondering, oh, how can I do that? How can I escape unhappiness and finally reach the happiness that I deserve to have? Exercise. Learning how to treat your body properly. There are other things aside from exercise, but exercise is one of those like instant happiness injections you could take. It's like runner's high. That's a really good. I think runner's high. Yeah, runner's high, when you run and you just like after you finish you like stop running, or even while you're running. It feels just so good to exist. Just existing and doing nothing right after a run feels so good. And you can get runner's high from doing like the regular workouts that you do, like pull-ups, dips, push-ups, squats, lat pull-downs, and bicep curls, although any kind of exercise. The ones that are most recommended: weightlifting, calisthenics, running, I think swimming as well, and martial arts. Martial arts is very good. I'm planning to get into it, but haven't found anything good yet. But yeah, like so many people will say, "Oh, I've tried everything to." I don't even know what point I'm trying to go on. Just main lesson of this video: if you want a happiness boost right now, if you are feeling like so genuinely depressed and unmotivated to do anything, exercise. Spend 30 minutes minimum, and even better, 1 hour, 2 hours, if you have the time to like really fill up your day with exercise. Really fill it up. If you have lots of free time, an extra hour or two to spare, spend it on exercise. You will not regret it. And yeah. Another thing is exercise releases endorphins, which helps you to relieve physical pain. Although I don't think it, according to Habits of a Happy Brain, this book that I'm reading, it doesn't really help you to tolerate emotional pain. Physical pain, it will mask the physical pain you'll feel on run. But endorphins won't mask like the emotional stress you might feel at an exam. But I personally don't really feel like it's the case. But basically, running will make you a more resilient person. You'll be able to to endure the challenges in life. And it keeps you going. It's hard. It might be anxiety inducing for you to go outside. I remember I used to, back in the first year of my self-improvement journey, I went outside for literally 15 minutes every single day, and I was afraid to go outside. I'd think of going outside, and I would eventually, after some procrastinating, I would eventually go outside, and I'd be shallow breathing. I'm kind of nervous when I'm walking past and a stranger comes by. I'm looking straight ahead, pretending not to look at them because I'm afraid that they will look at me and they will judge me negatively, as I have social anxiety. Anxiety was pretty high last time. It's a lot lower now. But yeah, I was really afraid to go outside because I had this belief that other people were just evil and they were gonna follow me home and murder me. But going outside and exercising, it's worth it. You will never regret doing hard work. You will never regret pushing past pain and doing the right thing anyways. See you.